Hi, this is Sarah Walker, and I'm here to tell about real men, not buffoons that escape to the golf course and lie and cheat on everything, but what makes a man, a real man. You may not agree with my choices, and that's okay. And this is not a Democrats versus Republicans. It's what I think makes a real man. There will 5 of them. Still building something bigger. Barack Obama didn't come from money or power. He came from organizing neighborhoods, teaching the Constitution, and believing deeply in what ordinary people could do together. And though he made history in the White House, his legacy, along with Michelle's, has only grown since he left it. Before the White House, a foundation of service, Barack Obama began his career not in politics, but on the streets of Chicago's South Side. With a Columbia degree in hand, he became a community organizer, helping struggling residents fight for jobs, housing, and opportunity. It wasn't glamorous, but it was real. Later, he graduated from Harvard Law School and became the first Black president of the Harvard Law Review. But instead of chasing prestige, he returned to Chicago, working as a civil rights attorney and teaching constitutional law at the University of Chicago. He didn't seek the spotlight. He sought impact. That ethic followed him through the Illinois State Senate and into the U.S. Senate, where he gained national attention with a single line: "There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America." Michelle Obama, Princeton and Harvard educated, also began in corporate law but chose a different path. She left a high-paying job to work in public service, first in city government and later as the founding executive director of Chicago's Public Allies, helping young people become leaders in their own communities. Before becoming First Lady, she was a hospital executive developing programs that connected the University of Chicago Medical Center with underserved neighborhoods. She never needed fame. She chose purpose. The presidency. 2009 to 2017. Calm in the storm. Barack Obama's presidency was historic, but more than that, it was steady. He took office during the worst economic collapse since the Great Depression. His actions helped prevent another one. The Affordable Care Act expanded health coverage to over 20 million Americans. The Recovery Act saved jobs and rebuilt infrastructure. Dodd-Frank added safeguards to a reckless financial system. He ended the war in Iraq. He repealed "Don't Ask, Don't Tell." He ordered the raid that killed Osama bin Laden. But perhaps his most lasting presidential achievement was emotional. He led with dignity, grace, and zero personal scandal, modeling what character and leadership could look like. After the White House, service, not celebrity. When they left the White House, Barack and Michelle Obama didn't disappear, but they didn't cling to the spotlight either. They started building again. The Obama Foundation, launched to train and empower the next generation of leaders. Its key initiatives: the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago, more than a museum. It's a hub for activism and leadership development. My Brother's Keeper Alliance, created to support boys and young men of color facing systemic barriers. Michelle Obama's initiative to educate and empower girls around the world. Higher Ground Productions. Their Netflix-based storytelling company highlights hope, resilience, and truth. Its debut, American Factory, won an Oscar for Best Documentary. Projects like Crip Camp and Waffles plus Mochi mix education with cultural connection. The written word, Barack's A Promised Land and Michelle's Becoming, became publishing phenomena, offering not gossip, but depth, vulnerability, and clarity. Their book tours and speaking engagements continue to inspire civic engagement across generations. They could have cashed out. They paid it forward instead. There are easier paths for ex-presidents, but the Obamas didn't take them. No gold-plated towers, no angry rallies, no grievance campaigns, just libraries, documentaries, classrooms, and community centers. I'm inspired by the young people I meet, confident, hopeful, and unafraid to make their voices heard. Barack Obama. When they go low, we go high. Michelle Obama. Barack Obama didn't just make history. He and Michelle are still making a future. One book, one girl, one young leader at a time. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Barack Obama. Your story is what you have, what you will always have. It is something to own. Michelle Obama. That's what real leadership looks like.
Thank you for watching Sarah Walker's series on Real Men. Real men don't beat their chests, they get things done. Not always the party of choice, but what they accomplished was out of love for their country, not for their egos. Please hit the like and the subscribe below, it goes a long way keeping us on the air.